How's it going? Okay, so how do we add headers into every single request? So what we're looking for is, you see these headers? How do we put like anything into this on every single request? Okay, so the way to do that is base query, fetch base query. So there's base URL, and then we basically take this stuff here. I'll link this in the description below so you can see it. Prepare headers. You see, you need this stuff here. We can just copy it. Well, I'm just gonna type it out, honestly. It'll be easier one by one. Okay, so where your base URL is, so inside of this object, we are typing prepare headers. Headers, so this is actually a function. So the first argument are headers, which is basically this object in here. I'm gonna console log it so you'll be able to see it. Headers. And then we want to get the structured get state from here. So these are arguments. Now, if you don't want to destructure, you can just put info in here, like so. Okay, and this thing has to return headers, otherwise it's not going to work. So now we can console log headers, and then headers. Let me just zoom in a bit so easier to see. And then let's console log info. Info. Again, my apologies for this video. Not the best one. I'm making for myself mostly, but okay, one sec. Okay. So in the console log, we can see that in headers everything is blank because we haven't added anything into it. And then in the info we have the endpoint that was called, which is this endpoint basically. But honestly, all of this is mumbo jumbo because we only want get state from here. Well, honestly, we don't even need get state for this exercise. We don't really need state as well, to be honest with you, because most of the time the way it's used is that you have a, it doesn't matter, you can kind of look it up yourself, right? So okay, so how do we add something into header? So you do headers dot set. So this is going to be your key, which is going to be any key foo, and then now is value. So any value for foo. You can just type it like this. Any value for foo, and then that's about it. Let's do another one. My man, and then value is going to be, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Oh, it has to be a string. Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So now we can see that when we are performing the request, which is going to be our users, we should be able to see my man. There it is, with value 1, 2, 3. Any key foo, any value for foo. Now notice that it always starts with capital, and then everything else is lowercase. So it doesn't matter what you put; it will automatically convert. So. So it will get converted into this basically. And that's about it. Now, commonly this is used for bearer token. So normally you create a bearer token, which is authentication process. You put it into state, So for this reason we get the state, and inside the state you put it into auth and token, and then based on that you can kind of handle this, right? So let's copy this pattern. So we probably want to destructure here. Well, honestly, it doesn't matter. We can just leave it as info. Makes no difference. Okay, so const token is going to be what? Info get state dot auth. Well, it's probably because we don't have it. We're just gonna put it this like this, auth, and then token. Obviously, we don't have it, so we're gonna put Dmitry token like this. What is it complaining about? Oh, whoopsie. Yeah, it's complaining. The TypeScript is complaining. There you go. Nah, it's probably gonna mess this up. Okay. Now, naturally you should have your authentication token here, but because we don't have it, we're just gonna create this mumbo jumbo, right? So, okay. So then the pattern, if token is true, we want to set the token, which is gonna be headers dot set probably bearer like this. Oh, oopsie, no. Authorization. I'm just copying from here. Naturally, this is going to be capitalized, but it makes no difference. It will be handled by itself. And then we want bearer. Whoops. And then we just want to put the token here, which is going to be our token. Now you can also do. One sec. Now, if you want, you can also do else throw. Whoops. New error. Not authorized. Like this. So if token is not found, you will get a not authentication bug, and then you can move this to here, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It will still work. La 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 la. And that's about it. So now look, we have the bearer token in here, authorization. You see, there it is. Now, what happens if we don't have a token? Okay, what happens? So token will be undefined, and we're probably gonna get a error, right? No, we're not getting error. Oh, we are. Yeah. So you see it's saying it's not authorized in the user API. There you go. Okay, so now we can see. Oh, I removed the full stuff. Okay, but again, like if you want to set something, you can just always headers set blah value. And that's it. you see there it is. And now have authorization as well. And that's about it. Okay, take care, bye-bye. I'll link this in the description below so you can see kind of the common pattern. Why this gets used a lot is because when you're querying a lot of APIs, you want the default, you want the headers to have the token, otherwise you will not be able to use things like Swagger, and obviously you will not be able to call the endpoints because the token is not authorized. Okay, take care, bye-bye.